Welcome, Capricorn, to your weekly love reading for September the 10th to the 16th of 2018. Yes, the 9th is Sunday, the 10th is Monday. So, 10th to the 16th of 2018. Two spread reading, all right? Just for this week for Capricorn. Okay. So, both of you might be clinging on to one another. This is like the I'm leaving, but I want to stay. I'm staying, but I really want to go. Kind of thing might be going on between you and someone else. So, it's either you're both committed to someone else and not able to disconnect from that particular person, or the fact that you stay with somebody, all right, because you aren't sure of how the other person might feel for you. So it's like you don't literally want to be single or free right now because you're good with where you might be rather than take a risk and be without somebody. That could be an issue. And for some of you, this is just emotionally or financially leaning on somebody right now that can help you out, or you're doing that to somebody else and they're not able to do for themselves. So that's an issue. The person that you're dealing with, what they're bringing towards you, money issues. So spending issues, trying to either own you, having to pay you back, or somebody else back, or just dropping the ball when it comes to financial security. The response from you is that you're waiting for these issues to change. You're waiting for you to make some choices, for the other person to change some choices or bad decisions that they make, and maybe you're trying to even branch out to do something else. Trying to be motivated to communicate with others. Maybe you feel like even want to date somebody else from a different race, a different background, a different religion. These kind of things might be going on where you feel someone that you're used to just doesn't provide you the sense of security or confirmation that you need emotionally. So that might be an issue. So I feel like goals and focused on just doing something else. I feel your advice: step away. All right. I think, did Sagittarius have this, or Scorpio? Scorpio may have had this where they might be walking away from something or someone where you can't really change. You want someone to open up, they're not doing it. The other person wants you to open up, you're not ready. So this is you being disappointed. You're stepping away from somebody, and you might even step away from a marriage or commitment. Sagittarius had this in the position of what they're bringing towards you, or something like that may have came up. So these cards kind of mirror one another. You might be dealing with somebody, a Sagittarius for some, but I feel that there might be a divorce, a separation, or just a temporary separation because of the stability or the commitment. Finding that happy home or the marriage is not really there. So some of you might be contemplating on how to get away from the connection. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles in reverse for Capricorn. So yes, you might want that stable marriage or commitment, but it's not the right time because financially you have some things that are dominating. You have 4 financial cards showing up. So that is, I feel like, is pretty extreme. So major issues that are showing up maybe this week. So just keep that in mind. And we're going to get into spread number 2. So for September the 10th to the 16th of 2018 for Capricorn. So you both, again, financial concerns. This might not concern you all that much. I feel like it is in the beginning, but I feel like this is both of you focusing on the future, your long-held dreams, your goals, and feeling a bit optimistic, but sometimes not so much because you feel like things are moving so slow. So I feel like that's putting in energy and effort for your stability. All right, what the other person is bringing towards you, it seems like they do want to get over the rift. They do want to acknowledge a guilt, or they would like you to bring an apology towards them, I feel, or just get over the confrontation. So this is either coming through with some kind of apology, or them stepping away from you as you focus on something else, and as they deal with maybe closure from a past person that they're dealing with, and also with your energy as well. Your response: so intuitively you might feel like you know what's going on behind the scenes, where there is another person in a scenario, or that you know that there are financial things going on, things that you need to change, things that they need to change, and then the balance comes. But you might you feel passionate about them, I can almost see two people overseeing the situation, like either somebody watching you and seeing what's going on, or just your mind's eye from your dreams. You might be having dreams about that particular person and what they might be going through, what they're keeping from you, and it might become clear to you. So pay attention to that. Now, I haven't seen a Queen of Cups in a while. Throughout the year, certain cards come out at certain times, and I feel like a lot of times they dominate the reading, but this is the first time I believe it came out for anybody. So I feel like that's important. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Now, your advice: see, you have energies around the home. Something is going on where there is a divorce, a separation, or issues of communication with somebody. Either you're alone, there are issues with taking things, being wise by things that you kind of let go of, or not let go of, allow people to do, where sometimes it's getting over with paying for bills, the rent, staying longer than they need to, kind of allowing them to stay around and lean on you for financial support, and it's not happening. So either needing to remove yourself from that scenario, or the fact that the stability is not quite there just yet, and that could be the issue or obstacle with the connection. And then we have the outcome. You might be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So 3 people showing up that could affect you in some way, but someone is not being honest about what's going on. So there is no stability right now because of the lack of communication, or the fact that because we have 2 sword cards in reverse, and then we have 3 people that's showing up, so they could affect you in different ways at different times. But it seems to me that the home environment, something is going on there where it's not quite as stable or as fair as it could be. All right, and clarify the King of Swords in reverse for Capricorn. So they are either saving financially or holding back from you on purpose. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, there is like the so I get a few different things when I see this. Purposely manipulating to control you. I'm not sure what you do with another person, but sometimes it comes through as a lot of anxiety and insecurity with money issues that are there, and when they're able to reach out to you or take advantage of that kind of scenario, if it's being offered, they do it with another person that they might be with as well, and that's part of what the other person that they may have been dealing with. They may be addressing the same issue that you might have with that person. That's what could be going on. And I want to clarify again for the moon for Capricorn. The Lovers is here, another person. Clarify the moon for Capricorn. And anger. So strength in the reverse, where anger management issues, the way that they respond to you, constantly giving you a lot of grief, and maybe even making excuses or blaming you for certain things. For some of you out there, that's what that might be. That's what it seems like for some. And if you're dealing with somebody who's dealing with another person where they're trying to move on from them, they're having conflict with that particular person and they don't let you know about it. That's what's being hidden. They're holding it back, and because it could cause some friction with you and that person, so they could just be kind of keeping the peace, so to speak. All right, so that's just for Capricorn for September 10th to the 16th for 2018. It says healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Aries had this as well. So whether your parent is gone, they crossed over, much love to you, and they could affect you in some way, the way that you were raised, or literally someone getting in your business about decisions that you make, and maybe even resentment because you don't even know who your father or mother might be. That could be something. All right, so messages for Capricorn. And then retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So definitely taking time for you, taking time to relax and enjoy yourself and listen to your own thoughts. And sometimes even depending on how your family was and how you were raised, your parents may have always told you how you should be able to take care of somebody or taking care of yourself, and being so high strung on a certain belief or goals that you may not have reached, and you could be hard on yourself, and maybe you come through very strict or controlling or even passive, depending on how your parents raised you. So relate that to what you may have been experienced with your parents. So they could have been an inspiration to you, or it could have been a detriment and made you had kind of live life in different ways that might not be the healthiest. So just keep that in mind. All right, I do send you a lot of love, tons of light, tons of healing vibes as well, and you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. Have a good one.